Hello, friends. My name is Dennis. My wife and I are continue to push through what has been a very challenging situation, and I got to thinking here recently that it might be useful to share some information that other people might be experiencing a situation similar to this, or extremely different. I'm going to title this video Kinship 101 Part 1 and kind of share our story. And in each part, I mean to leave some kind of information specific to each one of these to kind of, if you just recently had children placed in your home and you're not exactly sure how you're pushing through this has been trial and error for the wife and I, Melinda and I. And so I thought it might be useful to some people to kind of start putting our story down and put some information out there to help guide someone who might just be experiencing this or might be in it and not really sure what they're doing. Lessons we have learned. So the beginning of the story is that in April of 2022, my brother, his 3 young children, so that would have, at the time would have been a baby at 4 months old, and 2 boys, my nephews, were 6 and 8 at the time. They had a special needs older brother who was 31 years old, who died 20 minutes after being taken to the hospital of sepsis and malnutrition. He was roughly 41 pounds. He was covered with bed sores from head to toe, some down to the bone, and basically had starved to death. Initially, the autopsy ruled this as a homicide, but through means I may get into another part of this series, they were allowed to plead down to 2 felony counts each, failure to provide for a special needs individual. The homicide would have carried a 10 to 12 year charge. The lesser charges, it was an Alford plea. An Alford plea basically says that we understand as the defendants that you have enough information to find us guilty, so they're going to low-key kind of half-assedly admit guilt for a lesser sentence, and pled down to a 5-year charge. We'll get into how all that played out in a different video, but starting at the beginning of this, through certain kind of communications, it was reached out to us. They'd asked the mother at the time of arrest, is there anybody in the family that you would like to see your kids placed with? She mentioned Melinda and I as people to reach out to. There was a sequence of events of people getting a hold of people, and then we come to find out about this. As a result, on April 28th of 2022, Hocking County CPS sent an initial caseworker to our house to interview me. We are in London, in Madison County. These are Hocking County, Rockbridge, Ohio children, which also presented some challenges I'll get in a different part of this sequence of videos. This was a safety care plan that the children was placed in our house under, which was meant to be a temporary thing, or we believed was going to be a temporary thing at the time. And these children were just, my brother, it is to note that my brother is a registered sex offender. At the time, we didn't even know he had this baby girl. When I went with my friend to go pick the children up, I believed I was going to only pick up 2 boys. And I called the wife there's a baby girl too, which, again, more challenges and things that doesn't make any sense that we'll save for another part of the video. Obviously, we were not expecting this. There's family drama that it's not useful to get into for this video, but to say that I had not been, my father passed away in October of 21. At the time, I stopped speaking because of different family situations to my mother and my brother. And so it took us by surprise when it was, hey, suddenly we're going to go pick up 3 kids. Of course we're going to do it. We're not going to let family children be sucked into the system. So, but we weren't ready. And so where I will leave this one off at, what would have been useful, financially, this is a huge burden. We're not sure who to reach out to initiate this, but if anybody that sees this might know, it might be useful. I feel like in the future, anybody who's just kinship-wise, children are placed in your home, it might be a good idea that it comes with some kind of charge card or some kind of credit, that until when the parents get their things sorted out, that the money can be charged to them at $250, $500 here. These kids are placed with you. Here's some money to help you initially to get started. Would have been extremely useful because financially it kind of crushed us there for a little bit. I mean, of course, we've gotten ahead of it now. So that's the takeaway for this part 1. kids were placed safety care plan in our house, and the financial burden, there's a financial burden that comes with it. Kinship is different from foster care, and it almost felt like, hey, these kids are your family here, good luck, kind of. So that'll be your takeaway for part 1. Subsequent parts will be coming. I don't know how frequently I'll put these out there, but trying to be useful and give you information because wow. Thank you for watching. Watch for subsequent parts of this and some useful information for if you find yourself in the situation, what to do, what to expect. See you next time.